Okay, here we go. Hi everybody, we're back. This is our Pexi. This is another Let's Play Ender Magnolia. It's a blind playthrough. I know nothing about the game, and it is my first time playing it through. And this is a no death or a low death run. I have died 6 times, so we're trying to see if we can get it under 10 deaths right now. We just finished up from the last play, and we're in the Steel District right now. As you may know, I already finished the game. This is a post-game commentary. But I'm trying to see how I can get through the game, and I finally made it to the Upper Stratum using the 2 keys I got. And in the last Let's Play, I defeated Gilroy Part 2. And the big machine, Valgrind. Combat puppet number 14 says, wait, what's the deal here? Yep. Ah, that's right. They help. All right, so we're gonna make our way to the Upper Stratum here. But first, do I tie up some loose ends? I know we got a few things in the Land of Origin there yet. And we have that part up there that I didn't open up yet, but I think that's gonna connect from the right side here. So I go to the Central Stratum. Always check the corners for hidden stuff. Yep, Motley says he's finally back. Well, he used to live here. He was the Prince, House Milius. I took the chance there to rocket across the top just to clear out some of the map. Make sure there's no secrets up there. And now we're after some new enemies that I never faced before. Oh, pretty hard hits. Blocked it with a tuner art. There we go. He's like a little bit tricky. There we go. That was a little fun move there. And yeah, we'll take this guy out a little bit easier. It's actually the guys with the swords that are more difficult. So what do we have here? Upper Stratum communication device. So we find out here that the Rain of Death, the same rain, I guess, from Ender Lilies, very similar, started to blighten people in this area. And so they decided to, do something about it and try to quarantine it to the lower levels, of course. The question, though, was this device, is this after the parasol was made, or is it before? Like, that we don't know. Like, it doesn't explain for sure. Because I would say it's before, just because it might be overthinking it. But, I know that Gilroy is having trouble, like, maintaining the barrier. This room kind of reminds me of like Metroid, the way the platforms are set up and stuff. And then we have a place where you cannot fall. And yeah, there we go. It turned blue, so there's no secrets there. It's just literally a barrier that, like, you cannot fall. Which I don't really have any trouble with this platforming stuff. Usually it's like kind of easy. Then you just go up here, get some more altitude. It's interesting how they have the architecture set up so that you cannot like rocket across. That's pretty clever. I think this is for Nola, maybe. And for the hammer, maybe, I hope. Yeah, this section here. And like, not that hard, pretty simple. And like I said, the block, you know, getting good at the block is like, it's invaluable. We'll get the materials from him. Oh, he actually gave no materials, looks like. The tricky part with the wall is that you cannot block while you're on the wall, which just caused me to get hit there. But yeah, sometimes it's worth it to do a tuner art to get things out of your way like that. So took good care of him. So I have a little bit of a question for the gamers out there who may want to respond to this. It is, do you guys ever feel like that your reaction speed and like your judgment is like, you know, higher than the average person? There's actually been studies that gamers increase reaction time and also increase judgment of like velocities and where and when things will arrive that are in motion, and angles. And also the last thing was like it increases the accuracy of judging the perception of time, especially for short distances of time. So if it's like 30 seconds have passed or 10 seconds have passed, like that's what is pretty good to, like, that's what skills are like increased because of that. So, tried to get some, this is a good part to use that. Tuner art. But yeah, tried to break some materials there with the wolf, and I got hit pretty bad, but that's okay. It's worth the materials sometimes. And went for the kill and the break there. So that's a good thing to do, but only if, you know, you should be able to like one-shot him. His health should be down that low. Then you can get materials and finish them off at the same time. This area right here is actually like one of the best leveling areas in the game. Like you have this cache of storage cargo here, which is, you know, not as big as some other ones, but it's still good. And you have all of these machines and like kind of high level enemies in this area. So this is a really good like overall farming place. I have a farming guide that I just made, and you can watch that guide on my channel if you'd like. It talks about like what relics to use and everything, because I do eventually get to level 100 in this game, and I get all the fragments and I unlock everything. So yeah, and I leveled up every single thing in the game too. If I remember right, I think Nola remembers this room. Here we go. So I think this is the final for her hammer ability. And of course, he's not going to move. You know, situations like these, this is why it's also good to like be able to stay in the air for a really long time. And so I've done really high jumps with like the incomplete gear. I've been calling it the light gear, but I've been doing like really high jumps with that. And like every time you do a combo, it increases your like jump, your vertical height, like how it makes you like float higher. And so if you know how to do it correctly, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 combos in before you hit the ground again. So if you guys want to know like how to do that combo correctly and like the right order of everything and how it works, I have a video of that, and it's only like 10 minutes too, so it's really easy. So you can see that on my channel too. But I got to like so many places early that way, and that's why I made like a video about it. See, it helps you like dodge attacks like that. And again, with these machines, it's all about like baiting them. See, like it would have been better. Even the tuner art wasn't like strong enough for him, so it would have been better just to bait that attack first. Like I tried to do right there, but like I don't have a really good sense of the timing yet. I moved a little too early there. Like I was saying, with like better reflexes and stuff, so do you guys think like we also have like better reflexes and things? Because like I'm not sure, but like I looked at the research and like I noticed like if I'm walking in like the subway or you know in public, things like that, it just seems like people, they like a lot of people, they don't know like how to do it efficiently, or the way that like you know like flow dynamics, like how to minimize the amount of like people that are going to get in your way and things like that, in each other's way. And like yeah, when I mean in Tokyo there's like a lot of people, so it's kind of like important like to like walk the correct way. But like even here, like a lot of people don't, like they don't really walk the right way. Like they don't, you know, if they're like inside the station, if they're gonna stop and like check on something, they like stop right out in the open. And so, you know, if you imagine like people are like a stream, then like you're the rock that's in the middle of the stream, so you get like the most like movement friction because of that, and that means you're getting in people's way the most. But if you go like next to a pillar or something, then it's not really as big of an issue. Like people don't have to like avoid you purposefully, but so many people do that though. They just like stop right in the middle. And there's also like I was riding my bike the other day and this car like beeped at me really loud, and like I wasn't even close to him at all. Like I dashed out into the middle of the intersection, but like I saw him and I decided that there was like in my mind like plenty of enough time to like avoid him. And so he like, but he like anyway, like he, like I feel like a lot of people do that. They just kind of like freak out when like things aren't even close. Like it's not even like, you're not even that close to where they are. Like I see that a lot. But yeah, it's like literally my tire was at the, you know, it was like perpendicular with the car. Like my back tire was perpendicular to like the midpoint of the car. So I was already mostly past him and he like beeped anyway. It's like, I'm already out. So yeah, there you can see like, that's a good technique you can do. That's what I was talking about. Like if you hit it like on an angle, at like just the right spot, it will give you like it'll like shoot you up like that. And that's a really good way to like get places and like make, you know, certain shortcuts and things. I have no idea why I fought him like that. I could have hit him from underneath. So here we got like some kind of a gate, and we also have the room with like the platforms that like disappear. So this is our like armored mage. There was a similar character to this in Ender Lilies, and like, yeah, but he was like more deadly, I think. But with them, you just rush them and you kill them quick, and then they can't really attack you. But this is a little bit different. They mixed it up with like his defense and things. Just go over here, try to clean this. This is maybe gonna lead to the lever, I think, to connect the areas. I'm not sure though. I forget. And here's where they start to like mix water with like these kind of like platforming elements. It really makes no sense physics-wise, but yeah, I think, like, I don't know why I did like that maneuver right there. I think if you just double jump, you can get up there, but why don't I like try to jump up there, I wonder. Yeah, see, you can get it, just like the hitbox for the water, it's lower than it looks. See, this is why the gun is really good, because they can really wreck you really fast, those things. Okay, so that was a pretty interesting conversation there. They basically like, they're all like angry at the system because of the Declan thing. And there is also just some other background information there too. So here, yeah, increased power, break damage, stronger attacks. and speed up, so it's all around better. So yeah, the hammer like upgraded all the way is really cool. We're gonna go back here and go to the shop. We have a lot of materials here. We have enough for a magic vial and maybe something else, but we don't really need any of those things. That's a good point about this build. And we can also get some of these relics higher. And again, like I did not know that you could upgrade the relics a second time on New Game Plus. So I don't recommend to just try to get them all upgraded with the scrap, because your scrap, I am 99% sure that the scrap will carry over into New Game Plus. So at that point, you can use all that saved scrap to upgrade the relics that matter. So my thinking is, don't worry about all that stuff. Like, save your scrap, upgrade the good relics you are using during New Game Plus. And before you start New Game Plus, you can also save it on a separate file just in case the scrap doesn't carry over, but I'm really almost certain that it does. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you get your relics, like, you know, make sure that you always have the best ones topped off as much as possible. Relics are super powerful in this game. So here, I'm back here because I've been trying to give this black perfume to someone, and I have no idea like who it's supposed to go to. So my idea here is to just go around and talk to everybody, and I'll go in the mages area here and talk to them. Because I tried, you know, I thought it would be Cassia in the forest, but it wasn't her. And I don't think it was anybody at the old town either. And it's none of these sorcerers here. Although they're kind of like minor characters, so I'm not too surprised it's not them. I mean, they're not kind of minor characters, they are minor characters. Here we go. This is like a legendary, like, run for scrap. What an amazing run for scrap. If you want to get scrap, I would recommend like just jump back to that respite, do the whole thing again. That was like 350 or like 400 scrap right there. And it was so simple. You don't even have to think about it. Oh, what's this? We got a special scene, looks like. There it is, the black perfume. So we found it. We found the person finally. It took forever to do that. Yeah, special item, 3 relic slots. Very nice. So, yeah, the professor there mentioned that the Joran was like looking for information about like the immortality thing that the ancients used. And this is kind of interesting because we know that he came and he stopped the like ritual with Abelia trying to like go into Lilia's body, but now I think what happened is like Abelia jumped into Joran, so like they're actually like the same person. So it's not clear like was he like looking at that stuff before he got possessed or like afterwards. It's not completely clear. But I think like now Joran and Abelia may be like the same person because of like the soul transfer thing. So sources, I checked it out, sources are not really clear like about that. Hopefully like in like the Ender series, like part 3, like that character will like have something to do with it maybe. And here we're on the disappearing platforms. And yeah, so this was like all Mega Man 2 training for this moment. So this section here is easy compared to like Mega Man 2, right? I think it's 2. It's either 2 or it's 1, but I think it's 2. And it's the fireman stage where like the bricks are like disappearing. And they don't all go forward either. Like you have to go back and around, and like they disappear in like really strange patterns. It's a challenge. It's much more challenging than this. But the challenging part about this, though, is not really Like, it's not easy to die or anything. It's just that the way that the wolf jumps is like not really in sync with the lengths of the platform. So that's why I fell there. But that's okay. I got it opened up. This is another section, by the way, with how like that, you know, attacking in the air for a long period of time, staying airborne, how that can help you. So we just made a connection there, and yeah, we got an unidentified amplifier. So at this point in the game, they're just like, okay, well, we're gonna give you like the final resource for almost everything. And they do. So of course take out the flying sentry thing. Use your tuner art because why not? You'll break them too. And yeah, pretty easy peasy. But I have no attuner art now for this guy, so I'll keep a distance to see how his attacks are. And there's a big gap there, so stay closer to him and then dodge through him. I think I totally missed like that little trash can thing there at the bottom. And now we come to this like really fun area. And yeah, you want to take this guy out this way too. But yeah, this area is really fun. It's like super open and there's a lot of like using like the rocket maneuver and like clinging onto walls and stuff. It's a really fun area up there. So I want you guys to see what happens here because I lose my death streak here, my no death streak. This is horrible. So I was really surprised by the range of that. I tried to jump but not fast enough. Then I tried to heal or block and I didn't have enough good timing for it. So really horrible. And I went in there with like half health, which was already really bad. Like I should have like healed before I went in there. And I think I even had like 5 heals too. Yeah, I just checked. So I had like all 5 heals and I didn't even use one before going into there. So that was really like stupid. and they just worked perfect, like in sync with each other, and they got me pretty good there. So I just didn't jump fast enough to avoid that wave, and then that shield bash had a huge range on it. That surprised the heck out of me. And like you can even see me, like if you go back, like I pause to see if it looks like a boss room or not. And then so, oh, it doesn't look like a boss room. So then I thought I was safe. So with the shield guys, not this guy, not the mage shield guy, but with the other shield guy, like the thing with him is to like be ready for that shield bash and either dodge through him or like get enough distance. And so dodge either, left or right, like whichever way. But yeah, I'm just gonna like, I think explore like this area, and then I'm gonna go like get my revenge. Cause they really got me angry because they're just too normal, like they're just too like normal enemies. This is the only time in the game that I die from normal enemies like that. So we made a connection here with the research facility, and we get this item. He gets 5 HP. No, it is Princess's Tear. So if you don't want to use tuner arts, this is good. It can be like as a damage buff. Well, that's one way to get rid of them. I want to go back and see like if I had the attuner art ready or not at that point. Okay, yeah, like I actually did use an attuner art the first time, but I used like the Nola one, and I should have used this like Yolvan one. See, that's why I said like Yolvan is like the best attuner art. Like it just is. It can hit multiple times and deal a huge amount of damage. See right there, like last time, it took one of those guys out, right? But then the Nola one didn't. So if you think about it, it's actually kind of stupid that like I tried to use the Nola art this time. And actually I went back and I looked at it and just like, yeah, I used the attuner art that time as like a way to dodge his shield back. But then I used the punch. See, look at that. It killed one of them. And it hit the other one. Like way better than the Nola one. So like I was saying, I used Lito's punch as like a distance attack on that guy, and it was fine. It was no problem. Yes, Celestial Bango. Very nice. This has got to be a very good one, actually. I think I'm looking for the shop area in the game. Okay, I go back here. So yeah, needless to say, like these guys with the mace and the shield are definitely like the hardest enemies in this area, I think. I'm just thinking whether to go left or right here, because there's some shadow on the left side there I want to get cleared up a little bit, just to make sure that there's nothing like hiding there while I'm down here. But I actually chose to go right. I didn't think I would do that right now. But I want to get it cleared up, and then we'll see the rest of it later. So what would you guys do now? I think, like, I thought I would use the rocket to go to the right side and check it out, but I actually go left. Maybe I can get in that middle capsule there, so I think I'm gonna rocket over from the left wall here to that capsule over there. Okay, now I'd like you to see what I do next here. Don't forget, you can stop the rocket like halfway here. So it's a good technique to know. And with that, I'm just gonna like stop here, and we'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell if this has helped you at all, or if my playing is good. It's much appreciated. Thank you.